In this week's episode, I want to show you guys how you can use photos of real-world objects to make it easier to model them inside of your modeling software. Hey guys, David here and welcome to Make a Software, the weekly series in addition to my project videos where I show you one really cool feature or software that will greatly help you in your DIY projects. The idea for this week's video actually came from Timo, who commented on one of my recent videos, and I want to give a big thanks to him. Not sure if he meant photogrammetry, which is a technique to use many pictures to kind of 3D scan, but in this video I'm going to show you how you can use pictures inside of Fusion360 to manually model your objects. This example here that I'm showing is a Formula 1 fin that somebody asked me to 3D model because it broke and I wanted to 3D print it. I went ahead and took a quick picture of it and then imported this into Fusion360, which then greatly helped me to come ahead and model this. I also took a bunch of measurements with calipers, but having this reference model just made it a lot easier to make sure that I measured correctly and that it is coming close to the original. Now, if you want to add a picture inside of Fusion360, this can be very easily done here with the Insert menu and Insert Canvas. Then you can either have it uploaded already or insert from your computer. Simply select your picture and then you have to select where you want to add it to. For me, let's add it to this face here. And then you get some options to move it around. Let's move this virtual logo to the right side up and scale it roughly. Now we have this object, this picture added in here, and we can go ahead, create a sketch on this plane, and now we have this reference picture here, and we can use splines and all kinds of other cool things to model this up and get it super close. If you want to see a faster method though to convert easy pictures like this one, stay tuned till the end where I show you a little trick. Let's go ahead now though and create a new design where we want to create a model for a tray that holds some scissors. So we're going to start by inserting another canvas, and I'm going to put it here on the XY plane and maybe scale it up a little bit. Now here you can see the picture I took of my scissors, and I also included some sort of measuring device inside of the picture. And what this allows us to do is to go into the canvas, right click and go to calibrate. Now we can select 2 points on the picture. For example, here the 0 point and the 7 centimeter point, and now we can say how large is this in the real world. And since I selected 7 centimeters, I'm going to go ahead and say 70 millimeters. And now your image is scaled perfectly to how large it is in the real world. While doing this, you just got to make sure that you are nicely perpendicular to your object, as of course if the ruler is further behind and you have some perspective distortion, it will not be accurate in the end. But now we can go ahead and create our sketch and use some splines and other features to model up our scissors and then create a nice case for them. And while this here is certainly no masterpiece, if we show the image again, we can see that the scissors fit perfectly inside, and this would be one easy way to create a 3D model for something that has to fit something quite complicated in the real world. Now I promised you to have an easier way to get this model in here, and if you have a logo that has very sharp contrast, like this one here, you can actually convert it to a vector and then import that. I'm going to go to Google and search for PNG to DXF, and you'll find a bunch of online converters. Don't really have a preference here. I'm going to choose my file and then hit download. Out of Fusion, I'm going to go out, exit the sketch. I'm going to actually go ahead and hide that. Don't need that anymore. You can also hide the canvas. And then I'm going to go to Insert and Insert DXF. I'll select this as my plane and open the file here. Now in most cases it will import at some random scale, but that doesn't really matter for now. We can just go ahead and hit OK. Then we have a sketch now that has all the lines already perfectly traced. We can then go ahead and edit the sketch. I'm going to go select everything and then use the modify sketch scale feature. Here I have all the entities, and you can see it's quite a lot, so depending on how complex your model is, it might end up being a lot of things. But for the scaling point, I'm just going to select my origin. Then You can use drag and drop, but with this many entities, it starts getting kind of sluggish. So I'm just going to type in a number, maybe 0.1, and scroll in to see the preview. It's still maybe a bit large, maybe that's already a lot better. I'm going to select everything again and actually use the move command to move these around. You can also drag and drop, but using the move command, which is M, you can have more control, and then you can use, for example, rotating them and move it into place where you want it. And then within just a couple of seconds, you have your complex image in here as a sketch that you can use to extrude. And there you go. So I hope these techniques helped you to speed up your modeling process a bit and maybe get to that next project that just seemed a bit too complex, but this way it's actually quite easily tackleable. If you like this video, make sure to go check out all the other Maker Software videos. I have a convenient playlist linked here for you. With that, thanks for watching and see you guys next week.